Hi my friend, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are making chicken tortilla soup. It is a favorite in our house. We're putting it in the crock pot. We don't even have to worry about it. Let's get started. So I always start when I'm cooking in the kitchen by putting a little grocery bag because that's where all my trash is going. I'm getting my onion cut up, and I'm gonna sit this onion and some garlic in a little pan. It's gonna with some butter and a little bit of oil to get it translucent and get it cooking. It is going to be so delicious. So we love crock pot meals because it's the easiest thing to do. I love being able to just put something in a crock pot, walk away, come back home or come back downstairs and you're like, oh my goodness, this smells so good. Here are all the things I use in the chicken tortilla soup, including these tortilla strips. They are a hit. So there's some Rotel, some cumin, whatever you call it. You start by getting your chicken rinsed off. Y'all, please rinse your chicken off. We are not putting unwashed chicken into the thing. And I let it sit in a little bit of vinegar first. And so I'm just getting all that vinegar off. Vinegar and water mixture. But getting the chicken rinsed off. And we're going to put that in the crock pot. And then we're washing our hands because we have other things to touch and we do not want raw chicken on our hands while we're getting all the things washed and cleaned and touching on everything. Again, I love crock pot recipes. I would love to hear in the comments what is your favorite crock pot recipe. Next week, I will be sharing a Panera copycat wild rice one. The chicken and wild rice soup. That is my favorite. We had it and it is just such a perfect soup for the cold, windy days. I don't know what the weather is like where you are, but it is super cold, super windy, and we don't have snow here in Georgia, but it is very, very cold. And I just love having like a cozy soup. It's just something about sitting at the table with your family and having a cozy soup. This is so random, but tell me in the comments, what is your favorite wedding gift? Me and my husband, last November, we celebrated 11 years of marriage. This can opener has lasted us 11 years of marriage. And I love it because it doesn't it makes the top of the can come off a little easier, so you're just picking it up, and I love it. No more cutting your hand. And my kids are like, when they go to people's house and they're like using a can opener, they're like, well, what is that? They love this one. This has been my favorite wedding gift. So again, in the comments, let me know, what is your favorite wedding gift that you received? And this chicken tortilla soup, again, it's a hit because you're just pouring everything, the corn, the Rotel tomatoes, you're using some cumin, some paprika, black beans, and we're putting all that just in the crock pot. And it's going to take about 5, maybe 6 hours on high. If you do it on low, the chicken is so much better because it's like it keeps all that moisture in it, so it's really good. But if you're in a rush, because I get it, sometimes there are time crunches, put it in 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours on high, and it's just as good. But this one is super easy, and my kids love it. We'll put some sour cream with it. Make sure you use the tomato paste or tomato sauce, whichever one you prefer. And it is just such a delicious meal. Another thing about this recipe is I love how inexpensive it is to make. And this typically lasts us about 2 days. So 2 or 2.5, because I'll eat it for lunch. My kids are about over a meal by the next day. I am definitely a leftover girly. Let me know in the comments, are you a leftover girly? I will eat leftovers. My family is like, it's day 2. No, we're done. But I love leftovers. It's just something about it sitting in the seasoning, and it's so delicious to me. But 2 days max for them. I will eat it for 2 days and then have it for lunch. But like I was saying, with inflation as high as it is nothing like being able to have a meal that costs you less than $30 or $40 to make. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody on my Instagram and we were joking because when I think of things, I put things in grocery perspective. So if somebody was like, oh, this party costs like $80, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know how many groceries I can get? And it's so silly. Like, I don't know why I'm like this, but in my comments, I am not alone. Like, everything converts to groceries for me. And it is just so funny. Y'all, I am so proud of my organization, of this pantry, of this cabinet. And it's where my canned goods go. And I see it so much better. And my seasoning one, y'all were with me with that. It is withstanding, and I just love it. I had family come and made some meals for me after my procedure was done, and it was so easy for them to find the seasoning. And just looking at it, it's definitely like a load is lifted. Y'all, look at this soup. It smells as good as it looks. The chicken and stuff is still sitting there and it's cooking. And again, we're leaving this on for about 4 to 5 hours. The most expensive part of this recipe is the chicken. And I think I got those breasts for about $11. But now I'm taking that chicken out because it's been a few hours. You can see it's a little dark outside. I'm taking that chicken out and I am going to use my hand mixer to shred the chicken. Easy, right? So I'm putting the cream cheese in. The cream cheese is something the first 2 times I made this recipe, I forgot to put it in. But the cream cheese is like the key surprise ingredient. It just makes it so creamy and delicious. But I'm going to use my hand mixer to shred the chicken because I want it like perfectly shredded because I don't want a whole bunch of just chicken bites. I want it to taste very soupy. And that is one complaint that my husband and my family had when I made it the first 2 times. They were like, it's just so much chicken. And I was like, okay, so I have a family of 5, me, my husband, and our 3 kids. And the first time I made it, I used 5 chicken breasts. I am not going to lie. So you can only imagine it was filled with chicken. And it was like less soupy. But with this now, I use about 2 or 3 chicken breasts. And it's the perfect amount. Because it's not too much chicken, but I also don't just want soup. Like every bite I want chicken, but not too much. Does that make sense? Doesn't it look so delicious? Y'all, this is such an easy recipe and it just fills the home with all the good smells. And again, what I'm doing right now is trying to get that cream cheese in there. And you'll notice like the soup starts to get like a little white creamy look to it. But those black beans, those tomatoes, everything, y'all, you put that tortilla soup on there. Not the tortilla soup, the tortilla chips. And it is a hit. Everyone in your house will love this. As I'm in here cooking, my baby boy is getting his snack prepared for tomorrow. And it's so funny. He's in here telling me how there are not enough snacks and giving me a rundown of all the groceries that I need to order. I'm like, sir, you don't buy groceries and y'all eat the fruit. Oh, please tell me in the comments, does anybody else's kids eat fruit like it's going out of style? Like, I just bought grapes. Why are the grapes already gone? So I'm trying to tell him, try other things. Like I've bought other groceries and other snacks. I just want them to give it a try. But no, they're like, all the fruit. We're taking it all. I'm like, I want a little bit of fruit. And it's time. The soup is all done. You see how it has like a creamy look to it now? Now making everybody bowls and getting ready for dinner. I love eating with my family. It is definitely one of the goals that I had before I became a mom. I was just like, when I grow up, I'm gonna eat with my family. And we really take pride in sitting together and just getting to chat and follow up with the day. It's never really anything fancy. It's just being able to sit with our family. We do not take that for granted. Especially with dad traveling for work a lot. It's anytime all 5 of us can be at the table together. It is just such a big blessing. Feeding and serving my family and those that I love is definitely my love language. I love feeding people. I love hosting and having people over in my home. And it was definitely a prayer of mine always to have space where I can host. And when I became a mom, I knew I just wanted to make meals for my kids. I think about them growing up and be like, oh man, my mom makes the best blank. And whatever they say. And I just love they request special things just from their mom, the only mommy can make. And I just think it's just so special to me. But our soup is all done. Our bowls are made. And again, I'm so happy that you are here in this space with me. I hope you like and share and engage with this video. And if you like it, make sure you leave a comment. Or what are some other soups that you would like to see? Some crock pot ideas. Until next time, you got this, mama. Have a good night. And again, I appreciate you so much for being in this space with me. I know there are a lot of wonderful places you could be, but you being here with me means so very much. Make sure you share, engage, and subscribe, and tell a mom to tell a mom. You got this, mom. Have a good day.